Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Alex Builds. Today we have got part 43 of Eaglemoss's Build Your Own Back to the Future Delorean. So issue 43 is rather a strange issue for me because we're going to be fitting the time circuits, and that includes the eaglemoss 1 to 6. And yeah, basically we're going to be installing this in this issue today so that you guys can follow along, and then we're going to be ripping it back out in a video or two's time. Let me show you what I mean. So in here, these are the parts that we get. We get the gold power high voltage box here. We also get the components for the 1 to 6 and everything else in this bag here. So we'll move that to the side. Let's take a look at the actual instructions. So as we open it up, we get the button board, and we're going to be replacing this part very soon because I do have the wireless 1 to 6 switch kit from modelmodz. So we're going to be replacing this part and also the time circuit box because we made modelmodz's 1 to 6 circuit box to go in its place. So we will install it all today so you can follow along. And we'll also be installing the time circuits parts here that cover the power supply and obviously the hideous 1 to 6 plate that they supplied. So we're going to install the time circuits onto this box piece here, which we will be replacing at a later stage. That's going to be screwed on with an AP screw. Then we're going to put the cover on and the handle through. Then we're going to be putting the stop button on. And we're going to be attaching this bit, which is like a plate to go on the back of the 1 to 6 buttons to be able to screw it on. We screw that to the 1 to 6 buttons. That goes slotted into the time circuits part, like that. And then we screw that in. Then flicking the page again, we've got to put a sticker that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way down this plate piece that's going to slide over the top. Then we've got to feed that through our center column piece, and it's going to be something like that where we can attach it with FP screws. Then we can put our gold power box on with FP screws, and we should be left with a little something like that. And then coming up in next week's issue, we begin the dashboard. So as I said before, this is going to be one of those weird videos for me because we're installing the eaglemoss 1 to 6. And I've also got sat right here, let me show you, freshly released from modelmodz. This is the wireless 1 to 6 switch kit. This is going to enable us to control the car, for all the lights in the car, from this remote control to this circuit board here. This will enable us to flick any switch we want without having to open a door or a display case. So very cool. There will be a video coming up on this very soon. And this is to go with the 1 to 6 switch kit that we got. I got the unpainted version. We painted that all up. I did do it the wrong colour first time round, but modelmodz were very nice and they helped me out and they told me what colours to use and how to do it, and we got it right in the end. And I do have that right here, so that's ready to be installed. So as I said, this is a brand new release from modelmodz. It's available now on their website, so make sure you head on over there and get your name down because batch 1 already sold out of this. I think it was 1, maybe 2 days it sold out of this. So make sure you get your name down for batch 2, which is going to be available in a couple of weeks' time. So get your name down for that. Also, make sure you get the 1 to 6 switch kit box to go with it. So then you can take out what we're going to be installing today. You can basically take that back out and install this and that, and your Delorean will look a lot more screen accurate. So without further ado, let's get these parts open and start building. So to start off with, we're going to need this part here. This does have some details on it. It says TFC drive circuit off and on there, and on the back it's plain, and this is where our switch buttons are going to go on this side here. So we need this part, and we also need this part here. This is a gold piece, and this is going to go on top. It does have a location nipple just here and a screw hole, so we can't put it on the wrong way. So you just plop that on top of there, just like that. Then we can turn this over, and in the back, just here, we're going to put an AP screw. So let's put an AP screw in there now. There wasn't, after I got the 1 to 6 from modelmodz, I actually was double thinking whether I should do this video or not, but I thought, well, some of you might not get the 1 to 6 from modelmodz just yet and need to do this issue, so I thought I may as well start it and get it done. Then we're going to need this part here, which is the clear case piece that's going to go over the top. This does have some details on the top just there. I'll try and show you. Let's have some writing and that on it. So this is going to go over the top with the little hole piece facing the front. Next, we're going to need this lever piece here, and make sure when you're putting this in, you've got a thinner end and two handles on there. You want the thinner end to go through the hole, and you're going to slot that in and push it in just like that. Turn it to whatever angle you want. I'm going to have it roughly about there. Now we can take this little tiny detail here. I'll try and show you this. This is our reset button. And this is going to go just in this little notch here. So we can push this in into there. I'm not going to push that all the way in because I am going to be taking that out. So that's going to sit in there like that. Push it all the way through till that's nice and flush with this part here. But I ain't going to do that because I'm going to be installing this into the modelmodz one. So now we're going to need the 1 to 6 switch parts itself. We do have 6 buttons across here. I did see some people painting these middle buttons silver, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to be replacing this. So then we need this part here. This is the plate piece, and you want the part that's flush at the top to go at the top. So that's going to line up like that. And then we're going to need 2 AP screws to secure this one and this one in place. Right, so let's get this in place and let's screw this in from the front. So the screws go through the front there, past your switches, and lock onto the plate at the back. So screw it all the way down, and do this. The other side here at the bottom is exactly the same. AP screw just in here. There we go, that's them 2 in. And one of the things to notice is they have put the screws really, really close to the actual pins on these buttons themselves. And they are really, really close. I don't know if you can make that out, but they are virtually touching the pins, which is not good. So now we're going to bring back the first part that we made, and we're going to basically turn that round, and that's going to slot into there just like that. Now we can take this, turn it upside down, and we can see where our screw points are here and here. These are going to be AP screws again. And I think that's the last of the AP screws that we're going to be using in this issue. So let's get these in, located into place, and screw that in. So that's the first one, and now the second one. All the way down, just like that, and that's what you should have up until this stage. So next you're going to need this part here. This is the 1 to 6 plate that goes on the side of this that tells you what the button numbers are. They could have done something a lot better with this. This is quite disappointing that they came up with something like this, but all we need to do is peel the bit off the back to expose the stickiness of that, and this is going to slide over these buttons here. So let's get that on there and push on to there, just like that. So bringing back our center console assembly, we're going to slot this into place. So this is going to slot through here and line up onto there. There's 2 screw holes to help locate it in place, and we're going to put 2 screws in the back, FP screws in this hole here and this hole here. So let's get the first one in. And the second FP screw. All the way down there, just like that. There you go, look at that. Now there's only one more step to do, and that is to put this part on, the gold box part, the power high voltage part. That's going to go on the back, so that's just going to slot on there. This does have a location pin on there to help us locate it. When we turn it round, there's going to be 2 screw holes in the back here and here, so let's get them in there now. They are FP screws again. So let's get the first one in. Just like that. And now the second one. Just like that. And that is this issue complete, and that is what you should have with our 1 to 6 switches down the side, just like that. So with that being done, I've decided to remove the 1 to 6 switch that we've got here, and we're going to get rid of this. We're going to put that to the side, and we are now going to install the modelmodz version. So I will put a before and after up. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over, and we're going to install the parts in here that we had on the other one. So let's get our AP screw to hold this part on. Goes together the exact same way. That's that on there, and when we turn this over, we've got this hole here. That's where our reset button is going to go. So I'm going to push that into there. Oh, that's a much better fit in there than it was in this one. It's just like a square hole in this one, and it was really tight fit, but in this one here it went in really, really nice. So now that's all left to do is to take off the sticky adhesive on here, so we can take these back out, and we can remove one side of this sticky adhesive because this one isn't going to be screwed on, and peel that off. And with that facing up, so let's slide these through. That's the first one, and now the second one. These are for the green and red lights that are on top of our switch box. So we can pull that down and line that up with the inside, pushing that into place just like that. And now we can remove the other back part of the sticky adhesive. And get rid of that paper piece. Just like that. Now we need to feed these two cables through the center part where our 1 to 6 went, all the way down, and try and locate this as best we can first time. I'm going to go roughly, how's there? Try and get that spat bang in the middle. I'm going to guess right there. Looks about perfect for me. So I'm going to go right there, give that a little press down, and that is the modelmodz 1 to 6 switch box all installed in our build. And I must say it does look a lot better. I will put a before and after image on the screen now for you to have a look at. That's it, guys. That is issue 43 all complete. I have to say I did really enjoy that issue. The only disappointing part was this part here. This 1 to 6 switch box is quite disappointing with the actual buttons on here, and the plate that goes over the top of it is really disappointing. The other disappointing thing with this, if you take this off, I'll show you, is how close these screws are to these pins. It is shockingly close. That is a short circuit waiting to happen, that. But yeah, but thank God for modelmodz, and they came up with the replacement here. So that, as I said before, is to go in conjunction with this, the wireless 1 to 6 switch kit, and that will be coming up in a separate video in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, leave a like down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye bye.